The survivors of the siege at Vigil's Keep hailed Anders and his magic for holding back hundreds of assaulting darkspawn. In the ensuing victory celebrations, the men dragged the mage to the fire to engage him in a drinking contest. Anders lost. Anders remained with the Great Wardens a few years longer, training the Order's next generation of mages, but when the Circle Tower called on him to deliver a lecture on the nature of the Architect, much to the Templars' dismay, Anders told the commander of the Grey that his time with the Wardens was over. And yet, not 2 months later, Anders returned to the Order. Ever after, the Wardens were his home and his lasting companions. Velena never saw her clan again, but neither did she forsake her Dalish culture, nor her sharp tongue, nor her quick temper. After several years in the Grey Wardens, Velena disappeared one day. Most surmised that she left for the Deep Roads to resume the search for her sisters, but no one knows for sure. Nathaniel managed to survive the battle at Vigil's Keep, leading a spirited defense in the last minute to protect his family home. That ferocity impressed many of his fellow soldiers, who hoisted him to their shoulders and paraded him around the courtyard when the battle was done. After spending a number of years with the Wardens, Nathaniel realized this life was not for him. He said goodbye to his sister, Delilah, and his new nephew, then left to seek his fortune. In time, that nephew became a Grey Warden himself, in emulation of Nathaniel, then rose to Warden Commander. He brought honor to the Howe name once again. Once the Darkspawn threat was ended, justice left the Grey Wardens to pursue other injustices. Years later, he appeared on the doorstep of Kristoff's widow and, smiling, simply dropped dead. Aura finally had a body to mourn. If the spirit itself remains alive, it has not shown itself. With the mother dead, Sigrun seemed to lose her purpose. She withdrew from her friends in the Order and spoke to them less and less each day. One morning Sigrun was simply absent, her bed made and her trunk emptied. A young recruit who had been up in the night said that she had left for her calling, gone to finish what she started in Kalharal. At Vigil's Keep, Oghren rallied a last-minute defense of the gate, taking on 2 ogres simultaneously to allow others time to regain the courtyard. He eventually passed out from blood loss, and when he awoke weeks later, nobody was more surprised than he to discover he had been credited as a hero. Oghren continued to regale young Warden recruits with tales of his prowess in both battle and bed. His drinking games prompted at least one recruit to declare that she'd rather reattempt the joining than lift another mug. Felsi returned to Vigil's Keep several times to see Oghren, usually bearing their toddler as well. Who is Felsi? Was that from Origins? Oghren's inability to act seriously wore on her, however, and her visits dwindled, then stopped altogether. If Oghren missed her or his child, he never showed it. I do forget about all that, I guess. Oh. As for the savior of Ferelden, he did not remain as commander for the Grey for long. The Darkspawn were no longer a real concern, the Blight well and truly over. It was time for him to move on. Some claim the commander headed west into Orlais, chasing after the dark-haired sorceress who had fought alongside him during the Blight. Whether he found her or not, he certainly did not return to Vigil's Keep. There it is, folks. Dragon Age Awakening. I'm actually a little choked up right now. I'm really at a loss for words right now. Off into the wilderness to pursue pursue Morrigan. Oh, I want another game! I want to know that everything worked out alright for Toegoff. I had this whole speech ready for the credits that I kind of forget now. Well, I guess first and foremost, folks, I really need to thank all of you. All of the continued support, the comments, the compliments, everything. It really helped me keep pressing on in these games and really inspired the Let's Playing more and more. I'm going to be perfectly honest, I enjoy Let's Playing now more than just playing the video game. I feel like just playing the game, I'm almost wasting time. Oh, come on, really? Hang on. Damn it, I'm sorry, folks. You friggin' clients have to interrupt my speech. It was just a short call, just wanted to check on a server. Anyway, yeah, thanks to all of you guys. I mean, it has really kept me going on in these games. I really do love LPing now more than just playing the game. I feel like I'm giving something to people. This has been a great form of stress relief for me. During this game, I can't even remember if I mentioned it or not, my dad underwent heart surgery. Sort of. It was a minor surgery, but I guess the two ends of his heart or something weren't beating in sync or something. I don't know all the details on it, but they basically had to stop his heart, restart it. That caused me a lot of stress. Obviously, if you know they're gonna stop your father's heart, it would cause anyone stress. Between that, between the house, just between a lot of personal things going on in life, I really look to this game as a way to escape and look to LPing as a way to escape, which I don't find is unhealthy. I find that good if you can find that escape. And I kind of hope that I can provide that to other people as well, that even if you're just bored, just a chance to sit back and watch someone play video games. In the next video, because I doubt this one will cover all the credits, I'll go my review of the game. But just for right now, thank you all very much. I started the Dragon Age story with about 200 subscribers, and while I've never been one to really care about how many subscribers I have or anything like that, I try to get back to people as much as I can. I try to respond as much as I can. I'm right now under, I think, 3,800 subscribers, something like that, maybe 2,800, 38, I think. Doesn't matter. I just climbed exponentially in subscribers. And what I've liked about it more than just the subscribers is just the interaction with people. I've met some really neat people. I've talked to some really cool people. And it's been great. This YouTube has been a way to really open that up. All from the legend of Toegoff, the young Dalish Elf, who started all of this. All the ridicule and everything like that from the beginning, where you guys really got to meet me and my personality. I know a majority of people started watching with my Dragon Age LP, and you really got to meet me and my personality and everything like that, how I tried to make an original character, and it seemed to be a character a lot of people just fell in love with, including myself, for a character, obviously, you know. But just this neat character that you cheered for all the time, and you got behind him. I'm really sorry to see that I'm actually depressed right now, folks. I'm depressed that this is basically the end of the legend of Toegoff. This seems to be it. Toegoff the Berserking Elf, now written down in the books. I just want to know that he found more again. I want to know that they were happy. Oh gosh. I don't know, folks. I'm gonna miss Toegoff the Berserking Elf. Through about 370-ish videos, he kind of charmed us all. And if there's DLC, I might play it, stuff like that, but you can never really recapture the main storyline. And I think we're all going to miss that with Toegoff. So in my next video, I'll come back with my review of the game and my closing thoughts. Thanks for watching, folks.